Good morning, children. We are discussing about effects of drugs and alcohol. Effects of drugs and alcohol we are discussing, right? Here, yesterday up to liver cirrhosis we discussed. Liver cirrhosis we discussed. Okay, up to liver cirrhosis we discussed. Today, we are going to discuss some more points about what will happen if excess alcohol will be taken. Excessive 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 alcohol use weakens the heart muscles weakens the heart muscle. This is important. Weakens the heart muscle. Excess use of alcohol weakens the heart muscle, causing scar causing scar tissue to build up in the causing scar tissue to build up in the cardiac muscle fibers. As a result what will happen? Next, heavy drinkers heavy drinkers have an increased risk of high blood pressure, stroke, coronary artery disease, next, and heart attack. Next, Korsakoff, another important one. What is called? Korsakoff syndrome. Korsakoff syndrome. Very important. Korsakoff syndrome, a chronic memory disorder. A chronic memory disorder. Very, very important. Is most commonly caused by alcohol misuse. Okay, children, this is a very, very important. Next concept is, what is the next concept? Prevention and what you call control. Prevention and control. How to control and how to prevent this. All the things we should have to remember. Okay, observe very carefully, children. It is practically possible to prevent someone from using drug, from using drugs and alcohol. Drugs and using alcohol. Here are some ways. Number one, next, effectively dealing with peer pressure. Which one? Peer pressure. Peer means same aged person, same aged friends. Okay. The biggest reason for teens to start on drugs is due to their friends. This is important. Is due to their friends or peer groups. Which one? Peer groups. Okay, children. This is point you should have to remember. Next, what we have to remember is imposing pressure on them. Imposing pressure on them. Next, what we have to, hence it is important to have. Hence it is important to have. Hence it is important to have a better group. Hence it is important to have a better group of friends. It's a better group of friends to avoid such harmful drugs and alcohol. Okay, children, this is the one important point. Next one, seeking help from parents and peers. Seeking help from parents and peers. Seeking help from parents and peers. Help from parents and peer group help from parents and peer group should be sought immediately. Okay, immediately, so that they can what you called, so that they can be guided appropriately. This is important. Help may even be sought from close and what you called trusted friends. This is important. Next, getting proper advice. Very important. Getting proper advice to sort out the problems. problems. Sort out their problems. Okay, to sort would help the, okay, will set out their problems. That is important. Would help the, will help, will help. Okay, this is important. Will help to their feeling of anxiety and guilt. Next, what we are going to discuss about this today topic. What is that? Effect of drugs and alcohol. Yesterday up to liver cirrhosis we discussed. What is liver cirrhosis? Damaging of liver tissue, liver problems, liver related issues because of excess alcohol. Liver layers will be glycan capsule, everything will be damaged. Like that is there. Now we are going to some more points about that alcohol effects. Excessive alcohol use weakens the heart. So too much alcohol if you take, what will happen? That will be weaks the heart muscles, weaks the heart muscles, causing scar tissue to build up the cardiac muscle fibers. So scar will be formed in the cardiac muscle fibers. As a result, what will happen? As a result, heavy drinkers have an increased risk of high blood pressure. High blood pressure will be increased. The stroke, heart stroke will become, and coronary artery diseases. Very important to supply the blood to heart muscles. That artery will be damaged, and heart attack also will become. So once again, when the heart muscles causing scar tissue to build up in the cardiac muscle fibers, excessive alcohol if you take, scar will become scar tissue. As a result, what will happen? Heavy drinkers have an increased risk of high blood pressure, too much BP, stroke, coronary artery disease, and heart attack. So Korsakoff syndrome. Next one is Korsakoff syndrome. A chronic memory disorder is most commonly caused by alcohol misuse. A chronic memory disorder is most commonly caused by alcohol misuse. Alcohol misuse, if you take too much alcohol, a chronic memory disorder, they will lose the memory. So that is why that kind of problem is called Korsakoff syndrome. Prevention and control. It is practically possible to prevent someone from using drugs and alcohol. So we can practically possible to control their what you call addiction by friends and what you call family members from using drugs and alcohol, who will first effectively dealing with the peer pressures. The biggest now good friends is very important for this. Avoiding bad friendship in the sense automatically they will become good. The biggest reason for teens to start one drug is due to their friends. So why they will be start using drugs? Because of theirs and their friends. Peer groups means same aged candidates. So imposing pressure on them. So they will only, bad friends, what they will do? They will try to go for drug and they will be start the addiction to drugs. It is important to have a better group. So what we have to immediately, we have to change the bad friends and we have to start the good friends, better group of friends to avoid such harmful drugs and alcohol. So good friendship is important. Next, seeking help from parents and peers. So compulsory parent support and good friend support is important. So help from parents and peer group should be sought immediately so that they can be guided appropriately. So when the parents identified immediately, so they will guide properly. Help may even be sought from the close and trusted friends, getting proper advice. So when they're getting proper advice to sort of their problems, and they should not feel what you call anxiety, and they will feel guilt. So they will be come out from anxiety and guilty feeling. Anxiety and which one? Guilty feelings, they will be come out. So this point you should have to remember. So once again children, so prevention and control. What will happen? It is practically possible to prevent someone from using drugs and alcohol. How can you prevent? Means effectively dealing with peer pressure. The biggest reason for teens to start on drug is due to their friends, peer groups. So bad friendship is there, automatically they will addicted to drugs. Imposing pressure on them. Hence it is important to have a better group of friends towards such harmful drugs and alcohol. Seeking help from parents and peers. Parents and peer support also important to say that person help from parents and peer group should be sought immediately so that they can be guided appropriately. Help may even be sought from close and trusted friends, getting proper advice to sort out their problems and feeling of anxiety and guilty feeling. Compulsory parents and peers compulsory. Okay, children, that is the most important case. Okay, children, another one is education and counseling. Education and counseling. This is the most important for the drug addicted children or people. So education and counseling creates education and counseling creates a positive, called positive attitude, okay, to deal with many problems, to deal with many problems, to deal with many problems, and to accept disappointments in life, disappointments in life. This is a very important. Next, looking for next one is looking for danger signs. Looking for danger signs. What are those danger signs? We are going to discuss. Number one, teacher and parents. Teacher and parents. Teacher and parents need to look for sign that indicate tendency to go in for reduction. Okay, this is important. Next, seeking professional and medical assistance. Seeking professional and medical assistance. These are important for drug addicted children. Assistance is available in the form of highly qualified okay, psychologists, highly qualified psychologists, psychiatrists, next, and de-addiction next, and rehabilitation, de-addiction and rehabilitation. This is important. De-addiction and rehabilitation programs, rehabilitation programs to help individuals to overcome their problems. This is important. Okay, children, this is a main important what you call prevention and control for the drug addicted people. Next, we are going to discuss about mental health, mental health and depression. Very dangerous problem. It is depression. So why depression? Mental health is a state. Mental health is a state of well-being. A state of well-being. A state of well-being of well-being of the mind. Well-being of the mind. Okay, comma. What you called with self-esteem. With self-esteem. With self-esteem. This is important. Self-esteem means self-esteem means self-esteem means liking yourself. Liking yourself. Self-esteem means liking yourself. Okay, this is important. And being able to liking yourself and being able to stand up being able to stand up for very important, stand up for what you believe in, right? What you believe, okay, what you believe in, what you called right. Positive mental health. Next, positive mental health. Positive mental health. Okay, children, positive mental health is an important important part of wellness. Important part of what you called wellness. Next, a mentally healthy person. A mentally healthy person. A mentally healthy person. Come on, a mentally healthy person reflects a good personality. A good personality. So good personality. We have very good personality. Next, activities of mentally healthy people. Activities, okay, of mentally healthy people are mentally healthy people are very important. Mentally healthy people are always appreciated okay, always appreciated and rewarded by the society. Rewarded by the society. Okay, children, as these persons. Okay, so rewarded by the society. Okay, next, these are as well as cooperative with others. Cooperative with others. So this point you should have to remember. Okay, children, what we are going to discuss, you should have to listen very carefully. So drug prevention and control of drug addicted people we are discussing. First two, what we discussed the first two is effectively dealing with peer pressure, seeking help from the parents and the peers. So peers are must ensured, either good peers in the sense good habits, bad peers in the sense automatically bad peers we will get. So we should have to avoid the bad peers and bad friendship, and family counseling and parents counseling and friends good peers counseling is important to avoid the unwanted anxiety and feelings, depression feelings, and to maintain happy life. So next, another one is education and counseling. Education and counseling create the positive attitude. So education and counseling creates the positive attitudes to deal with many problems and to accept disappointments. See, some failures happen in our life. So we should not disappoint. We should not go for drugs and alcohol. Something will happen. That doesn't mean life not ended like that. So we have to be positively motivate, and counseling is important. So education and counseling create positive attitude to deal with many problems and to accept disappointments in life. So counseling and educating the addicted people are very important to control the problems. Looking for danger signs. So teacher, parents, suppose any danger sign, stealing the money and doing some nonsense, unwanted things in the sense, the teachers, parents need to look for sign that indicate tendency to go for addiction. So that indicate tendency to go, what is going on, what is very important. So like that, if you see, what will happen, they look for sign that indicate that to go in for addiction. So there are dangerous signs, we have to check it and we have to control that. Next, seeking professional and medical assistance. This is important. So assistance is available in the form of highly qualified, or we have to take them to psychologists, psychiatrists. Psychologists and psychiatrists are there, and de-addiction and rehabilitation programs to help individuals to overcome their problems. So professional and medical assistance. So medical assistance, how we can take assistance is available in the form of highly qualified psychologists or psychiatrists available in the society. We have to take them to their people, and de-addiction rehabilitation programs. So how to de-addiction will be there. So that rehabilitation programs help individual overcome their problems. Next, come to mental health and depression. Mental health is a state of well-being of the mind. State of well-being, good state of well-being of the mind. With self-esteem. Self-esteem means liking yourself and being able to stand up for what you believe in right. So self-esteem means liking yourself and being able to stand up for what you believe in right. Positive mental health is an important part of wellness. Positive mental health is an important part of wellness. So if you want to be well, you should develop the positive mental health. So automatically when you have a positive mentality is there, good health is very important part of wellness. A mentally healthy person reflects a good personality. Activities of mentally healthy people are always appreciated, rewarded by the society, and the good healthy mental healthy people cooperate with others. Once again children, we are discussing the education and counseling. Education and counseling is must and should create a positive attitude, deal with the many problems, and to accept disappointments in life. So this is a very important. So drug addicted people, we have to educate and we have to give counseling. Then they will accept the disappointments and they will come out from their problems. Next, looking for danger signs. Teacher and parents need to look for signs that indicate tendency to go to for addiction. So any addiction signs are identified, immediately we have to correct them, especially teachers and parents. Seeking professional and medical assistance. Assistance is available in the form of highly qualified, psychologists or psychiatrists, and de-addiction and rehabilitation programs help individual overcome their problems. So mental health, depression and depression. Mental health is a state of well-being of the mind. So well-being of the mind is called mentally health. With self-esteem. Self-esteem means looking yourself and being able to stand up for what you believe in right. So you are standing what you believe in right, that is called self-esteem. Positive mental health is an important part of wellness. A mentally healthy person reflects a good personality. Activities of mentally healthy people are always appreciated, rewarded by the society. So, and they will be cooperate with the others also. So, thank you, children. In the next class, we will be discuss about some more points about mental health and depression. Thank you so much, children.